I'm hoping it picks up the game as soon as I open it. There we go. Good evening, everyone, and this is Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit. If you remember... Oh, you have to excuse me, I'm still getting over my illness. If you remember back to... thank you for the Prime sub, Ben. If you remember back to a few of the stage streams in past years, you might remember I played the demos for this. The full game's been out for a while. Stop dying. Oh, I'm trying. Yeah, I played demos for this in previous year's Sage streams, and the full game's been out for a while, and I've been meaning to stream it for quite some time. So, yeah, let's go. So, for those who aren't aware, Sonic Triple Trouble was a game released in 1994 on the Game Gear, handheld Sonic game. Basically, you could sort of say the magnum opus of the 8-bit Game Gear games. A lot of people consider it as either the best or at least the most technically impressive. And this is a remake basically designed to basically sort of say, what if they remade it for the Mega Drive back in the 90s? So it's fully sort of to spec in terms of Mega Drive visuals and all that. And it's a very impressive remake. It's really, really good. If you're obviously, I'm sure people here are familiar with AM2R and how that's basically a remake of Metroid 2 that's as good as an official Metroid game. This is kind of the same with Sonic. A remake of an 8-bit handheld game that's as good as the official games. You have to let me know if the audio, about the audio balance throughout the stream. It's been very hastily set up. So yeah, Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit envisions the game as kind of a sequel to Sonic 3 in gameplay and visuals. The main change they make for this is kind of a team-up sort of mechanic with Sonic and Tails, where you can switch between them at will. Kind of like Sonic 4 Episode 2, but better. I'm going to try and do the whole game today. I don't think it should take me too long. I did start a bit later than I wanted to, though. But yeah, here we've got a playable prologue, though. Pretty much taking place right after the events of Sonic 3. Yeah, and that's the robot, that's the true final boss of Sonic 3. But it was a ruse for Eggman to try and get the emeralds. You only managed to get one, though. Yeah, the rest of the emeralds have gone back to the special stages. And there's Fang. Yeah. Sonic Triple Trouble, so called because we're facing the triple threat of Eggman, Fang, and Knuckles, who we'll see later. I mean, the game hasn't shown him yet, but he's in like all the official art and whatnot, so... Ooh. So yeah, much like other Sonic games, 2D platformer, momentum-based, all that good stuff, I'm going to be trying to get all the Chaos Emeralds as well, because there is a true final boss. Ah. This sounds like a job for Tails. Yeah, and all the music is to spec for Mega Drive sound hardware as well. How'd you get there, Sonic? And the soundtrack is very good, I do think. I know there was a big ring fairly high up in this level. I was doing a little playtest earlier just to make sure that I was remembering at least some of the special stage entrance locations. Oh yeah, Sonic always has great soundtracks. Well, almost always. Sonic Chronicles, Sonic Jam on the Gamecom. But, you know, those are very much outliers. Yeah, the newly released Sonic X Shadow Generations, well, the Shadow Generations portion, no exception, Shadow Generations has a great soundtrack. Game could maybe be a touch louder. Sure thing. Turn up a few decibels, but decibels are kind of like logarithmic, so... I mean, Sonic Chronicles is a masterpiece in music design. It's certainly something. Did I go past a big ring? That seems better. Cool. Like I say, this stream has been very hastily put together. I mean, I prepped it in the afternoon, but to some extent, but still kind of hastily put together. Sonic Generations looks different. Well, this isn't Sonic Generations, Joe. If you read the title, you'll know it's Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit. Go up. Yeah, I'm going to be using Tails a lot in the first few levels, just because it's easier to try and get the special stage rings with him. Speaking of special stages, yeah, they are a race against Fang to get the Emerald. Those tiles slow you down, but you can get the lightning icons to stun him, and rings are your timer, much like Sonic Mania's special stages. I remember when I first played like the one of the early demos, I wasn't quite sure what the what I was doing in these special stages. I guess if I remember right, there must not have been like the sort of progress meter at the top or something, or if there was, I just was being very dense that day. If I was Sonic, how far would I run? I mean, if I was actually Sonic, then I could run very far. But if it was like my physique, someone of my physique trying to do the Sonic stuff, then not very. Right, here we go. Act 1 boss. Fang takes the place of the Act 1 boss in this level at least. Yeah, but how far? Give me miles. I don't know. You'd run exactly 6.9 miles. I mean, equally, the answer could be 420 miles. You'd run to Smash and apologise for being annoying online. Sounds like a skill issue, Joe. Right. I know there's at least one big ring on the high path, so I'm going to take the high path. Yeah, unlike Sonic 3 and Sonic Mania, I don't have these level layouts committed to memory. Like, I have level layouts committed to memory for Sonic 3 and Sonic Mania, so those I can get the Chaos Emeralds much easier. Yeah, here I'm actually going to have to do some actual exploring. Right. One thing to note with these special stages, you can turn the frame rate down to 20 FPS for these special stages in the options menu to make it more like Mega Drive authentic. Which I actually was doing for my last playthrough of this, but I thought for stream it would be better to look at in 60 FPS. Thank you for answering a survey. I'm now leaving as I sound healthy and you're ill again, shaking a mental fist at me crying. No yelling even. Oh. I'm sorry if it's my illness that you got. Right, make sure Fang doesn't catch up. I mean, I'm only mostly healthy. Not 100% now. That's 2 cows someone's gotten. Right. I was sniffling and coughing yesterday. I've been a bit of that today, but I've mostly been congested today. There's nothing down here, is there? No. Nope. Up, tails. Right. Now, one thing I think rather have what I had compared to what you had. Well, I'm having a few toilet problems today, which is probably unrelated though. Winter is just going to be past the illness. Gotta love winter. There's a platform there. What's on it? Oh, lightning shield. Toilet problems are only part of the issue. No, mine are like mine feel similar to what I just occasionally have, so I think it's unrelated. Special stage. Yeah, a nice quality of life feature as well in this game. If you fail a special stage, you can use one of your 1-ups to retry it. Which is nice quality of life because you can retry straight away. There's also a bit of a risk-reward thing because it's like, do you waste all your lives trying to get the emeralds or do you keep them for the actual levels? Ouch. Also, these plane flying bits are actually referencing the original game as well, because there were a few special stages in the original Game Gear game which were behind the back plane flying sections, which look pretty impressive for the Game Gear. Whoops. You're not ill, you're unfit. Woke up from a nap that feels like pressure on your chest and aches. There we go. I can show off. Try again. 1 life. I was hoping I wouldn't have to show that off, but hey. I can claim it's intentional, right? And just asked what the toilet problem is as if he's a plumber and can help. Yeah, not a plumbing problem. I should really not look at chat when I'm doing the special stages. Main levels, sure. Special stages, need to actually pay attention to these. Right. That one. And yeah, that's not a mental image I don't think any of us needed. Also, one thing that is probably very obvious. Yeah, I'm playing this game with a 4:3 aspect ratio. You know, just much like any retro game. But they do have a 16:9 widescreen option as well, much like Sonic Beam Retro Engine Remasters and Sonic Mania, for those who prefer it. But the game was designed around 4:3, so I figured I'll play it in its intended aspect ratio. Sonic Triple Trouble, even the original, had actually a neat mechanic where if you were in the air, not curled into a ball, you can press the jump button to curl for a short moment. That's been carried over to this remake, and this first boss relies on you using it if you want to speed it up. But that was a great turquoise zone done. And there's Knuckles. Oh, that water went down the wrong way. Metroid Airspin activation. Kinda. Yes, I did know that Tui had widescreen. So, this is Sunset Park, second level of the game. One cool thing with this game is it does the whole like Act 1 and 2 transition, sort of zone transitioning that Sonic 3 does. And it basically frames the whole game in kind of like one continuous shot, with very few, if any, fades to black. Which is very cool. Yeah, there are a few widescreen games on N64. GoldenEye was one of them. I mean, they're the kind of widescreen where you have to set the game to widescreen and then, like, stretch it with your TV. Which is technically how the Wii worked. Ouch. I'm not careful, Fang will catch up to me. Yeah. I think Superman 64 technically had widescreen. It had like loads of weird display modes, Superman 64. Not that that makes it any better of a game, it's still a terrible game. But it has like lots of different display modes for some reason. You should get into mods of games that you like. Mods and ROM hacks are very cool. That's 4th Emerald gotten. How many subs for Superman 64 stream? I don't know. You can get in these like carts and like spin dash to make them go, which is pretty fun. So Sunset Park Act 1 here. The music is very much styled after Chemical Plant Zone's music, and some of the level design aspects are also kind of taken from Chemical Plant, inspired by Chemical Plant. Yeah, not taken, more inspired by. I think it's pretty neat that they've sort of done it like that. They also have the drop dash from Sonic Mania, which is not entirely period accurate, but the drop dash is such a good move that that doesn't matter. Hold on. Hey, big ring. Anyway, it was right to jump up there. Just my Sonic level design instincts told me to go up there. Oh. I need to make sure I collect rings as well. Ugh. Also, don't fall off. Also, that Mario 64 one sent you. Which one's that? Just in a Sonic competition to win a physical copy of Generations. The entry condition is to talk about my show is the coolest. Oh, I think I've seen that. Ah, I didn't get hit, I would have been fine. Well, that's fine. It's about Doors or Hotel Mario. Oh, is that the one I made, like, when I was a kid? Hotel Mario 64, where I only, like, edited stuff in, like, the first level. Ah. I must... I don't remember what drive of mine that's on. If I ever lose it, I'll have to... if I can't find it, I'll have to ask you to give it back to me. Well, to give me a copy. It's gonna be on one of my drives somewhere. Back when I was attempting to make Mario 64 ROM hacks. Back when the tools were much less developed. Right, there we go. Didn't get hit there. Right, there's a choice between rings or lightning next time. If there's another choice between rings and lightning, I'm going for rings. That said, special stage is nearly over, so I think we're good. There we go. Speaking of unhinged mods, I was watching usually Mario 64 Chaos. I want to try the shotgun Mario 64 hack at some point. There we go. Sonic wasn't ducking for some reason. Yeah. Oh, can't go that way. No, there's a Hollow Knight gun mod. Ah, let me up. No, just rings. Yeah, there looks to be a lot of good mods for a lot of good like hacks and mods for Banjo. Hold on. Before I show off that crane, there's another special stage here. Yeah, I love that they went accurate to Mega Drive with this, where it's like all the like 3D scaled objects in this are just they're sprites, but they're not like scaled. They're just like there's like lots of different sprites at different sizes for them because the Mega Drive couldn't scale sprites natively. The attention to detail in making the visuals and sound Mega Drive accurate was really good. I think that's one of the really impressive things about this game. Ah. Oh, there we go. Behind the full of scratches and cuts from earlier, static got to work. Right, there we go. That's all the Chaos Emeralds I can get from special stages. See you at the Atomic Destroyer. Hold on, I want to show off this crane. So this crane has a sort of pseudo 3D effect, kind of based on a similar thing from Mickey Mania. I just thought it was neat. A neat reference, because Mickey Mania is one of the games I played as a kid. I've still never beaten it, it's stupidly difficult. Yeah, you might also notice, stream when, I don't know. I've technically played it on stream, not a full stream of it, but I have technically played it on stream before, ages ago. Back when I first got like the hardware that would let me record Mega Drive stuff. but it's like really difficult. Yeah, and I've never beaten it. Oh, may as well take this opportunity to show off a bonus stage. There's a few different ones. Oh, course out. I'm not very good at the bonus stages in this game. Right, we saw him at the end of the last level. Ah, whoops. But now it's time to fight Knuckles. He puts up a bit more of a fight than he did in Sonic 3. Yeah, the music here is based on the music from the Sonic 3 prototype, which is a nice reference. Well, I suppose also based on Sonic & Knuckles collection on PC. But with the instrumentation, it's definitely they definitely take the instrumentation from the Sonic 3 prototype. And there we go. Oh wait. The Antoine bosses aren't always Fang, sometimes they're Knuckles. Quite why Knuckles is working against us? Well, we'll see. Still going through my split burnout. Yeah, a bit. Why does Knuckles have beef this time? Like I said, we'll see. All will be explained in due time. I love the the differences between Acts 1 and 2 in this game. Like, differentiating between Acts 1 and 2 was one of the best changes Sonic... well, was a really good change that Sonic 3 did for the series. I'm glad that this game takes the concept and really runs with it. Oops. Series being an idiot and falling for Eggman's BS again. Ah! Testing my knowledge. Of what? In whole looks. I don't want to finish the line though because it's like a naff line. Reno's looking a lot more like Santa right now. Oh, I forgot about this inside section. The Sonic Forces medal is in the post. Why would I want a Sonic Forces medal? I've already 100%ed and like got all the achievements in that game. For some reason. Actually, no, I know why I did it. Because it looked easy to do it. And I was right, it was very easy.
Like Sonic Force joke kappa kappa kappa.
Ah! Oh! You know, I'd probably have a slightly easier time if I was playing as Tails there. But I like playing as Sonic in Sonic games. Shield and rings. Good. It's nice now, having like so many Sonic fan games where they can just have the physics be like one-to-one with the original games. I remember a time when it just wasn't like a thing. Like, the best you would get would be sort of like fan games of physics that were like most of the way there, but still a bit like off feeling. Yeah. Also, I think I was trying to make a point earlier and then didn't get round to it. You might notice, well, you might have noticed, maybe, that I only collected 6 Chaos Emeralds through the special stages, and then it said, yeah, that's, you know, you've got enough. Obviously, Eggman has the 7th, which also means there's no Supersonic throughout this game. And no boss in this Act 2. That's because the boss is its own act in this one. It's adapting one of the more memorable moments of the original Triple Trouble. So in the original Triple Trouble, there was a little auto-scroller section followed by a boss. 16-bit heavily expands on this with a full-on third act for the game, well, for the level. Ouch. With a pretty great track as well. So yeah, now we're climbing across multiple trains here. So some nice pseudo 3D effects with the like things going past us. Yeah, they really did sort of stylize this as a late Mega Drive game with the visual effects on show here. Oh, and here's Fang. He tries to shoot us once and then gives up. Relatable. I don't think destroying all these does anything for you, but... the foreground effect with like the shadows is really cool here. So like going through a tunnel. Oh no, he shows up to try and shoot you again. I forgot about that. Oh, he tries more than once here. Well, it's not so relatable anymore. Man. 2D Sonic doesn't always do spectacle as much as the 3D games, but when it can be done, it's pretty cool. Especially because it's, you know, almost always playable spectacle in the 2D games. Ouch. I like the little fake out ending there. Here's the actual signpost. Freed those animals for them to be immediately engulfed by flames. It's just like Sky Chase in Sonic 2, where if you destroy the enemies in that level, you know, the animals will come out of them but then just like fall to, like, just fall. Oh yeah, next is Meta Junglera Zone. I don't know what a Junglera is. Ouch. Ah. You want to choose Wizard and Splatoon 3, but I hate Harry Potter and don't want people to think you picked it for that. I mean, Wizard doesn't automatically mean Harry Potter. Ow. like wizard, you know. Wizard could easily mean, you know, as well as Harry Potter could easily mean like, you know, just, well, fantasy stuff in general. I mean, you know, should have picked Ninja as it's winning. No, that's not the point of a Splatfest, just to pick the winning team. Yeah, you should pick the team you believe in, that you want to join. Which was my problem with the last Splatoon 3 Splatfests, in that I didn't care for any of the choices. Like, as dumb as some of the choices were in Splatoon 2, like, those were ones you could actually, like, have some kind of opinion on in some way. Or were just, like, funny. Like the toilet roll one. If I remember right, that speed booster was in the original Game Gear game. You don't get speed boosters that often in Classic Sonic, but they do appear occasionally. The toilet roll one is no joke. I mean, true, I do have my preference. Oh, here's Fang again. Oh. Yeah, the Fang fights in this game are kind of like composites of like the Fang fights in the original Sonic Triple Trouble. So in the original game, at the end of every special stage, you'd have to fight him for the Emerald. Because basically, like, Fang's deal is he wants to go after the Chaos Emeralds because money. He likes money. And he wants to go after the Chaos Emeralds because, well, he thinks they'll be worth a lot if he sold them to someone. Or, you know, just, well, in general, they're worth a lot, so... He's in it for the money. He's not necessarily working with Eggman. He's just working against Sonic. But yeah. But because you don't actually fight him in the special stages here, he's been given the role of Act 1 boss in a good chunk of the levels. Repurposing the boss fights from the original. It's nice when remakes can like recontextualize parts of the original in different ways. Alright, one fall later. We're no longer deep in the jungle. Oh. But we are, once I get outside, I can actually show it. Yeah, we're in some kind of temple. Some sort of underground temple. Yeah, completely a new idea for the remake. Again, kind of reminiscent of how AM2R, like, sort of recontextualized the areas of SR388 into different, like, facilities and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna be... There's gonna, you know... I mean, any AM2R comparisons are like, you know, they're like good comparisons, so to speak. Whoops. Yeah, like this is kind of like Sonic's AM2R moment, so to speak. Just like, you know, remake on par with an official game. Or fan remake on par with an official game. It's quality. Though I suppose with Sonic it surpasses many of the official games' quality, given the quality of some of the official games. Yeah, the level design in this game is like top-notch stuff. Oop. Oh. There wasn't anything to be gained by going any faster there. Oh, the levels pulled. I think most, if not all of the level design itself is original. I think. I've not played the original enough to know. They might take like bits of level design from the original, but I think it's probably mostly original level design. Just with sort of ideas taken from the original. Because, like I was saying, this whole temple aspect of this level is not in the original. The original is just 2 acts of, jungle. Boss time. It kind of reminds me of one of the, like that boss in Ride Star. I suppose also Botwoon. Ouch. Yeah, but I'm going with the Sega angle. It's like a boss in My Star, or a mini boss even in My Star. Take me up, please. Thank you. The green ink to rep the wizards looks like mucus. I mean, at least it's not the ink used to represent Mayo. What was Nintendo thinking with that one? Little Indiana Jones-ish escape sequence there with the rolling boulder. I think... yes, it is this level. Chocolate Splatfest had your favourite colours. So this is... so I've just been saying about how like level themes are new, but well, they're from the original, but the designs are new. The stage is entirely new. Egg Zeppelin, completely original stage made just for the remake. Yeah, completely nothing like it in the original game. Yeah, it wouldn't be a Sonic game without like a Eggman sort of airship level. I mean, okay, there are plenty without, but it's a good trope. So I can understand wanting to do it. This is a mechanic from, sort of, from the 8-bit games. Well, from Chaos and Triple Trouble, Rocket Shoes. In Chaos and Triple Trouble, it's more of a limited time power-up you can sometimes get from the item boxes. Here, it's more of like a one-off gimmick mechanic. Whoops. I like the Sky Chase levels, but a little bit more dynamic feeling. Partly because of your mode of attack. Yeah, it makes for a cool set piece though. That's one thing this game I think does pretty well. Having some fun set pieces. Because, you know, Obviously, while I wouldn't want a Sonic game to be nothing but automated set pieces, having some in a Sonic game I do think is good. My ring. Yeah, sometimes you do want a bit of spectacle in a Sonic game, just sort of to show off the speed, especially for for people who aren't as attuned with Sonic's controls. Because if you're not as attuned with Sonic's controls, you're not really going to be making him going as fast. But having those bits of spectacle lets a less experienced player experience the speed. But obviously it's a delicate balance. I'm presuming there's a bottomless pit below me. If I was smart, I'd switch to Tails. So I can fly if I need to. But I believe in my Sonic platforming skill. I was going to say my platforming skill, more my Sonic platforming skill. Hey Sam, it's going pretty well. And I was making aim to our comparisons, and here we are with an escape sequence. Escape sequence is always fun. Especially in a game this fast. So yeah, no boss in Egg Zeppelin. Instead we get straight to our next level, Robotnik Winter Zone. And there goes the Zeppelin. A play on Atomic Winter. And yeah, the name isn't just a play on words. The reason this area is full of snow is because, well, it's not really snow. This is the fallout from Eggman testing his weapon in Atomic Destroyer. Which I think is a detail even in the original, like in the manual. So yeah, like it is a snow level, but also it's not just usual snowfield. Also, I love the music in this stage. Snow levels always have good music. Oops. I'll take the hit if it means extra speed. Sonic is for kids. Also, Sonic visits a nuclear winter. Sonic has been exposed to lethal radiation. Sonic's been exposed to a lot over the years. Oh. Let's try and not get caught on the ceiling. Is there anything up there? Just a spring. Ah. One mild criticism I do have with the game, which I suppose I could fix myself if I wanted to. There's only one jump button, which means if I'm playing with a Sega controller, I can't like mash all the buttons like that to spin dash. I only have one spin dash button. But that's like a very minor thing. Not exactly a necessity for a Sonic game to have. Sonic can outrun a lot, but can he outrun radiation poisoning? I mean, he basically... he managed to survive whatever that cyber corruption did to him in Sonic Frontiers. Oh, here comes Knuckles again. Whoops, I thought it was going to come from the right for some reason. Also, if you know Sonic music, the rhythm here might be familiar. Well, not quite here, but in the sort of second section of the track. Yeah, this section. Yeah, if you know your Sonic music, it might be a bit familiar, rhythm-wise anyway. Give me my ring! No, my ring! I'm gonna be careful now. Actually, no, I'm gonna switch to Tails. Tails as a shield. Survival tactics. There we go. Yeah, it's a very subtle thing, and it's a really cool detail. But going into why it's a really cool detail is spoilers for later in the game. Oh, it's made me Tails. Okay, you can switch here as well. Now, I mentioned Mickey Mania earlier. This section is basically a Mickey Mania reference, this snowboarding section. The way the sort of 3D floor is rendered is pretty much the same as Mickey Mania. Oops. Pay attention to the game. Was chasing someone down Splatoon, he just jumped in the water instead. Whoops. Okay, I've never died here. I blame myself for looking at chat instead of the game. I think the best jumping into water moment in Splatoon is still that time on Salmon Run. Which I still take the blame for, because I was the one who jumped first. That was very funny. Ah. Ow. Anyone want to splat later? Probably not. Because I'll be like packing up my stuff from stream. And I'm still on Splatoon burnout, really. Most of my game time this week has been devoted to Shadow Generations. Which that will be streamed at some point. Not yet, though. Rings. And I'm just like, I love this. I love the music for Robotnik Winter in this game. It's a pretty good track in the original as well. But what they did with the music in this game is nothing short of fantastic work. Also, the snowboarding continues into 2D. It's pretty cool. Kind of works like an extension of like just normal platforming. You have like this mid-air spin that I don't actually know if it does anything, but it looks cool to do. Don't ask how Sonic can like stop while on a snowboard, but then like and then start moving again. The answer is probably in the somewhere in the sort of realm of don't think about it. On that shield. I may have lost a few lives, but I've still got plenty. Don't know what it is. There's just something. It's just something intrinsically satisfying to me just about going fast in these games. Like, especially when it's like as a result of playing well and like nailing the flow. What's up here? More Tails section. Anything up here? Not really, no. Oh well. There is something up here though. Oh. Hey, no, back on the snowboard. Oh, no more snowboard for now. Rude. Ah, but there's one there. Nice. Alright, let's just plow through enemies as well. Right, boss time. Oh, lost my snowboard. Right, I forgot I gotta wait for him to lower down. If I remember right, this boss's name is something like ridiculous, like Giga Thomas Penn or something. Presumably the pen comes from penguin, and not the writing implement. Oh, yeah, it is Giga Thomas Penn in quotation marks. Penn is in quotes for some reason. Yeah. Don't quite know where that name comes from. Did Eggman nuke an area into winter and then make a penguin robot to patrol there? I mean, this is Eggman we're talking about. Alright. Tidal plant. It's water level time. Hold on. If I think this, yeah, the super peel out or strike dash is in this game and it lets me do that. Oh. Oh no. Tails, get over here. Okay, nope, can't go that way. Guess we're gonna go into the water. It is a water level after all. Okay, I should probably actually get a bubble. There we go.
Oh my god. Sonic can run on water? Is Sonic Jesus?
Ah! We joke here, but there's like, at least at one point in time, there was like a weirdly high amount of like weird Sonic Christian fan art on like DeviantArt, like to the point where it just became a meme, like on the internet. I never quite understood it myself. Sonic dying coming back to life is a big part of 06's story. Now that game's story. Did I draw some? No. Because it's really weird. Right, latch onto this one. Always with the tubes, these 8-bit Sonic games. Well, not Sonic 1, but all the ones made by Aspect. I'd say Sonic Blast was probably the worst for it. Now that's a bad Sonic game, Sonic Blast. We're talking Sonic games that are like basically no fun at all. Yeah, Sonic Blast of the Game Gear is a pretty high contender for Sonic game that's no fun. No, not Sonic 3D. Sonic Blast. Also, Joe, we don't call it Sonic 3D Blast in this country. It's Sonic 3D Flicky's Island in the UK. The Sonic Blast on the Game Gear is rubbish. Sonic 2D Blast. I mean, they were marketed together, at least in America. Which is probably why it's called Sonic Blast in the first place. To tie it in to Sonic 3D, at least again in America. In Japan, for some reason, it's called G-Sonic. There we go. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it's called G-Sonic in Japan. Much like in Sonic Mania and the 8-bit Sonic 2, you can hold up to go much faster with these. Ouch. G-Force is the movie, Joe. Like G-Force is the Disney movie with like the guinea pigs. I'm disappointed that G-Sonic isn't Sonic's take on G Gundam. He goes around the world battling other hedgehogs based on racial and national stereotypes. No, G-Sonic is Sonic's take on Donkey Kong Country, kind of. They decided that pre-rendered graphics on the Game Gear was a good idea. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Oh, there's Fang again. Bothering us once more. I don't think that boss is... I don't think that's based on any particular boss from the original. That might be new to this. And once again we bury him in the ground. Right, Act 2 plays a bit differently to Act 1. We're in the Sea Fox vehicle Tails made. Now this vehicle is actually in the original as well. I think you have to play as Tails though to use it in the original. Because the original Sonic Triple Trouble, you could choose between Sonic and Tails in terms of who you play as. And in fact, the Sonic Chaos and Sonic Triple Trouble are actually called Sonic and Tails and Sonic and Tails 2 in Japan. I kind of prefer the English names though. Oop, that was weird. Yeah, especially for Triple Trouble, I do prefer the English name. But yeah, like the whole tag team sort of aspect I think is based on the fact you can play as either Sonic or Tails in the original. Going a bit Sonic CD on this, the music here. This is a great track for a water level. Yeah, I believe in the Game Gear version, in the Game Gear original, like I think if you play as Sonic you get like underwater rocket shoes, and if you play as Tails you get this vehicle. Yeah, it's a nice change of pace for a water level in a Sonic game. To be a little bit more chill and not having to worry about drowning. Visually this kind of reminds me, again, of the water level in Ristar. Don't know what that opened. Oh! Yeah, as well as shooting missiles, you have this like charge up move. I'm not entirely sure what the point of it is though, because like if you run into enemies with it, it's very easy to get hit. So it's easier to kind of just spam missiles. You know, giving G Gundam gave us a Mexican Gundam with a mustache and sombrero called Tequila Gundam. At least getting hit in this vehicle only makes you lose some rings and not all of them. Nope. I guess that's not the boss. Because it's Knuckles. Quite where he got this machine, I'm not sure. Moldorm. Now that you mention it. Yeah, it kind of does remind me of that. But yeah, that wasn't Knuckles. You might have seen very briefly. What we've been thinking as is Knuckles this whole game. It's actually Metal Sonic. Just disguised as Knuckles. And the thing I was pointing out in the music, so the second phase of the second section of the Knuckles theme, like boss fight theme, is actually Stardust Speedway Bad Future from Sonic CD, but like the notes are like inverted. So it's like really subtle foreshadowing that it's not actually Knuckles that you're fighting, but it's actually Metal Sonic. So speaking of Metal Sonic music, this boss theme is kind of like a combination of various Metal Sonic related themes. We're at Stardust Speedway Bad Future here. Which is kind of like the main theme, I suppose, of the main motif in this theme, I suppose. But even taking a bit of inspiration from the Generations remix. It's Metal Sonic what it sounds like. Or at least I thought there was more than one theme here. Maybe I'm thinking of a different boss theme. Maybe this one's just Stardust Speedway and the other ones come in later. I think they come in a later boss theme actually. So ignore me, I was talking nonsense. Yeah, Metal Sonic, see, I mean, for those who aren't initiated, is robotic copy of Sonic made by Eggman. Fan favourite villain. And he was in the original game as well, actually. So in the original Game Gear game, Ben's assumption that Knuckles was tricked by Eggman is correct. For some reason, Knuckles got tricked by Eggman in the original game. Quite how Knuckles fell for it, I don't know, but the Game Gear games kind of were their own kind of like little continuity, I suppose. But yeah, to get around that in this game, yeah, it's not actually Knuckles. Metal Sonic was around before the Metal Cap in Mario 64, Joe. So you can't claim any, like, idea theft. Whoops. Knuckles got tricked because most of him is single-digit IQ. Alright, let's try that again. Also, Joe, that question about Knuckles, like, and toes. Canonically, the actual official designs of Sonic characters, they don't really have toes at all. They just kind of have, like, blob feet. If you've ever seen what, you know, if you ever paid attention to how big the cat's feet look with its, like, sandals. Or Tikal from Sonic Adventure. Yeah, that's how Sonic characters' feet have always been depicted in official art from Sonic Adventure onwards. It's weird, I don't particularly like it, but I also don't want to think about the prospect of actual feet either on the Sonic characters, because, I don't know. So it's weird either way. Whoops. So yeah. Yeah, this is the Atomic Destroyer zone. So yeah, this is the weapon that the sort of facility / weapon that Eggman's been setting up this whole time. Ouch. So we're getting ahead of potential foot fetishes and their degenerate fans and killing it dead in the water. Do you think their feet still have toe bones, like how whale flippers have hand bones? Also, neat attention to detail. I think it's attention to detail. Maybe not. It looks like he's holding his breath there, but maybe not, because his normal animation is the same. Oop. Oop. Fang and Metal Sonic having a bit of a fight here. Fang didn't stand a chance. Yeah, Fang, like I say, Fang's not really working with Eggman here. He just happens to be working against Sonic. Oh. I've got to destroy all these enemies. He didn't like that. This is the Metal Sonic theme I was thinking of. So this section, remix of his battle theme in Sonic the Fighters. Never Let It Go, I believe it's called. Obviously we got Stardust Speedway from Sonic CD. Japanese soundtrack. Even the American soundtrack for CD gets some love in this track. Yeah, American Stardust Speedway bad feature. And back to the Sonic Fighters theme. A nice sort of combination of his various themes throughout the year, well, throughout the classic era. Fangless and Metal Sonic is like a random thug with a gun trying to fight the Terminator. Now, I just want I want you guys to appreciate this music, so I'm gonna mute for like a minute or two, because this music goes hard. Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks in the game.
Cheese.
The fact that this is also, it's compatible like with the Mega Drive sound hardware. It's like this could theoretically be done on the Mega Drive. Like, I know, I just think it's insane. Oh, the loop isn't even over yet. But I felt like I needed to start talking. So yeah, if you're familiar with Titanic Monarch Act 2 from Sonic Mania, this level's kind of structured a bit like that, where it's kind of got a few sub-areas that you have to go through first, before you can continue. As long as it's not as long as Titanic Monarch. I can't remember how long this stage is, actually. I mean, Titanic Monarch isn't ultra long for me, but... Is that a weaponized checkpoint? Can't say I quite noticed, I quite saw. I think I went too fast past whatever that was. The enemy looked like a checkpoint. Yeah. Come on, there we go. So yeah, one section was all about saw blades, one was about lasers, this one's about big lasers. And other projectile attacks, I guess, like guns and turrets and whatnot. Oh. That was not the right timing to jump there. Okay, good. I got one of my rings back. And for doing all those sections, we get to go up now. Note the cool parallax scrolling effect here. I just think it's cool. Now this section, on my first playthrough, gave me a fair bit of trouble. I think since my first playthrough, they have, like, made it a bit more forgiving. Like, I think if you, like, die partway through it, I think there is a checkpoint, like, partway through now. Yeah, because, yeah, it's a pretty small platform that you get left on here. Yeah, like I said, I think if you like die in the latter half of this, I think you skip the first bit once you respawn from the checkpoint now. But when I first played the game, that wasn't the case. There's some kind of robots that became the hard-boiled heavies. They do look a bit like Egg Robos. I'm guessing they're kind of like upgraded Egg Robos in a sense. Because they do look a little bit different to the Egg Robos in Sonic 3. Oh, careful here. Get hit, the knockback is likely to throw you off course. Well, likely to throw you in the pit. Oh, there's that copy emerald that Eggman made. I guess Fang's got it now. Good job, Fang. This is where Tails learned to make a fake emerald. You know what? Sure, why not? Oh. Eggman boss time, and I've already lost my rings. Great. Please say there's more rings. Nope, okay. Ah! Okay, let's try not to lose my rings like 2 seconds into the fight. Alright, this phase isn't too bad. Just don't get hit like straight away. This phase isn't too bad either, just, you know, actually get out of the way. Ouch. My ring. Ouch. Oh, there's a checkpoint. Cool. I might be able to notice that Eggman's kind of like slowing down as he goes through these pipes. And where has he gone? There he is. Uh-oh. Ah, I got caught. I got caught in with him. It's really awkward to hit when he's going that fast. Not quite sure why they decided to redo the, well, do it for Triple Trouble, where they decided to do like to revisit the idea of Eggman's awkwardly going in like a little capsule that sort of zips around the boss arena through in tubes. Because it was awkward in 8-bit Sonic 2, and it's awkward here. Oh. Well, I got the last hit in, but I lost my rings. Can't remember if that's the final phase. Must be. Someone at Sega just really likes tubes, I guess. Or Aspect, who made Sonic 2, Chaos and Triple Trouble on 8-bit, and Sonic Blast. Hey, there's the real Knuckles. Yeah, he was captured the whole time. So that would be where the game would end if you didn't have all the Chaos Emeralds. But yeah, we've got all the emeralds, so as is tradition, we got an epilogue here. So yeah, Metal Sonic's got all the Chaos Emeralds, and, well, he's copied them. I apologise that there's an ad break happening right now, but if I postponed it, it would then probably end up happening in the actual boss itself and the credits, so don't know if I could have postponed it long enough. You don't see the ad break? Well, you might be. You might have. Well, it's not quite started yet. It's going to. And yeah, you might be using a Prime sub. Final Trouble. So the original game didn't have a Supersonic final boss. Supersonic didn't show up at all in the 8-bit games. So this is an entirely original fight for this game. Oh, I've got to fire those back at him by boosting. Been a little while since I fought this boss, so I don't fully remember how to fight it. Ouch. That actually takes rings from you when he turns to his rocket form there. Luckily it's an entirely sort of same pattern every time, so you can learn it. Oh. Alright. Sprite work for Supersonic's really good here. Like the detail in his like going up and down sprites. Ah. Ouch. Oh, more of his attacks are actually doing damage here. Right, I need rings. Ouch. Right. Oh, come on. Alright. Come on. So I collect a few more rings before I start going on the offense again. There we go. Safer numbers now. Ouch. Oh. You've lost track of how many upgraded forms Metal Sonic has. Yeah. Ouch. Wait, in this game alone, quite a few. Yeah. Yeah, in the original, Metal Sonic does show up. He's not Knuckles in that one. Knuckles was Trick Bagman in the original. Metal Sonic kind of just shows up as a one-off boss fight in the original. With like a really ear-grating boss theme. Yeah. They've sort of taken him to sort of final boss tier here. Like, I'm not sure if he has sort of had these mechanisms throughout the whole game, or whether it's just kind of like a spur of the moment thing that he decided. But ouch. To make sure I have enough rings. Otherwise, I'm dead. I mashed the button. There's no real indicator that you're doing well there, you just kind of have to mash and hope. And that's Metal Sonic taken down. Finally just about made it out. Oh, and there goes the Atomic Destroyer. still need to put the font on here. So that was Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit. Yeah, mainly made by Noah and Copeland. And yeah. Absolutely fantastic fan game. Like, it's one of those ones where it's like, it's on par quality-wise with the official games made by Sega. It is genuinely that good. That might be the first time Joe used the sound alert with appropriate timing. Yeah, no, this is a really good 2D Sonic game. You know, yeah, it's really, really well done. And there is a Knuckles campaign as well that shows his side of the story. I've not actually played that before myself, so one day I will. Yes, the levels are legit the amount of times it's been used. Hold on. If I do it again. Yeah, that should be. I think it was anyway. Hold on. I need to confirm. That rewards on cooldown. Never mind. Did it say 50 when Joe did it? Looks like it's stuck at 51. Ah, I'll have to look into that. Did I grab a copy of the program? Most of his previous times were you. I need to look into that. I might have forgotten to move the program over. I think I've got the file. Maybe I forgot the EX. It was probably a hard-coded. It was probably a hard-coded path for the exe file, or maybe the text file. I'll need to double check that later. Yeah, like I was saying though, yeah, there is a Knuckles campaign that shows his side of the story. I've not played it yet as myself. I need to at some point, because if it's anything like the Knuckles run of Sonic 3, then it should be pretty different to the original. There's next Sunday's stream. I would probably want to make sure that I can like get all the Chaos Emeralds and whatnot. Assuming, actually, I don't know if you would collect the Chaos Emeralds in the Knuckles run. I don't know. But yeah, I believe you're saying I'd want to practice first, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, and that's timed itself fairly well. There we go. Knuckles unlocked. I play as Knuckles in story mode or free play. And we also unlocked Fang as a playable character in free play. He doesn't have a story though. And yeah, Fang is in Superstars. It was his grand return after only showing up in the original Triple Trouble, Sonic Drift 2, and Sonic the Fighters. So yeah. That is Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit. I want to have a check. Level up. Oh, shortcut up. I think I know what is probably. Hold on. Documents. Right, the shortcut probably doesn't. Oh. Yes, the shortcut doesn't. Okay. Hold on. Actually, no, that should. It should be the correct thing. I'm really confused. I might have to look at the might have to find and might have to check the code for that. I'll have to boot up the old laptop. Actually, hold on. This is completely unrelated really to anything, but open terminal. Stream. See? Oh, no. Oh, PowerShell won't run it. Hold on. Getting command prompt. Stream level up.exe. Oh, I think I need .NET. Which version of .NET do I need for this? Oh dear. I need 3.1. Stream troubleshooting while I'm thinking about it. Right. Let's install the .NET Core 3.1 runtime. Downloading something while streaming is a good idea, right? It's only like 25 megabytes. Also, I didn't properly plan out anything on this stream, but like, I timed it pretty well, didn't I? Right. That. Okay. So if I press the thing now, it should do... Okay, the text file is being updated, but the actual... hold on. We are doing live... level text... it's pointing to the wrong... So now I've sorted one problem, now I've got to sort another problem. Documents. Right, for one thing. So for one thing, it wasn't... the program wasn't working, and also it's pointing to the wrong text file. Don't want your setup to break. This is partly... It's partly broken due to the way I transferred stuff over. So level txt. There we go. And yeah, I need to sort out the font. I keep forgetting. There we go. It works now. If I didn't do that now, I would have forgotten. Cool. There were two problems with it, basically. Anyways. Yeah. Anyways. So, should probably just go, what's happening? Let me exit the game. Oh. So Tuesday, so yeah, that was Sonic Trouble was a bit. I've kind of gone through my thoughts on it. So Tuesday, just standard PSO2. There is technically Halloween stuff going on in the game, but there's no real events or anything. But honestly, for the past like nearly week, I've barely been playing PSO2 because I've been putting time into Shadow Generations. So yeah, maybe it'll, I'll actually get to play a full-length play set, well, a more than bare minimum play session for that. I haven't decided what I'm doing next Sunday, because I know Ben is away, and I do want to wait for him to be around to go back to Crosscode, because he has, so he doesn't have to miss it, because he's been pretty consistently he's been like pretty consistently there for the Crosscode streams. Plus, I don't know. Obviously, I do want to go back to it, but is also on break currently, so don't feel too bad about extending the break a little bit longer. But yeah, I don't know what I'm streaming next Sunday though. I haven't really thought about it. Or the Tuesday after. Yeah, maybe it'll be more random Sonic stuff. Maybe it'll be just something completely different. I don't know. I'll have a think. It'll be something that'll be like, no problem if I, just casually stream it. But yeah, my plans are very much up in the air, but once I can settle back into Crosscode, that should be happening in a few weeks, in a couple of, not next week, but hopefully the week after, because I do want to get back to it. I did leave you guys on a bit of a cliffhanger with Crosscode, and yeah. I feel bad about extending the break any further than I do have to, but yeah, it's going to be going for at least another week and 1-2 weeks. But yeah, is this going to work? No. Just when I need it to work, it doesn't. So, as always, thank you for watching whether you've been here the whole stream, past stream, chatted alert. It is very appreciated. I forgot to change my music here. Ugh. Taking one day off stream really has thrown me. Yeah. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed playing. Been a little while since I played that game fully all the way through, so glad I gave myself an opportunity to do it. It feels weird without Skyward Sword. Yeah, but Skyward Sword was quite some time ago, so I did want to make it a bit more current. This is also, I kind of want to, I'm not 100% committed to this track. I might change it to something else again at some point, but I just wanted a change because I'd had the same music for so long. Anyways, like I said, PSO2 Tuesday. Don't know about next Sunday, but I've got a week to think about that. So yeah, thank you again for watching and have a good rest of your day.